Welcome to another Chainlink update. So Chainlink still seems to be in this 1-2 setup right here, and maybe we have bottomed. I cannot confirm that until we get to at least about $15.45 to get above this high right here. But if we do that, then we should finally be able to complete the C wave. Now, before I continue, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to the Discord server. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. So let me explain what's happening again. Here we have a 1-2 setup, and right now we are still working on that third wave of that 1-2 setup. And the third wave is in an ABC structure, ABC. And right now we only have the A wave, and we are working on the C wave. The C wave seems to have an AB structure, so what we need right now is the C wave of the C wave to complete the third wave right here. Now, if you look at the other altcoins, they are in a similar looking structure, well, except for Cardano. As you can see, Cardano is actually going to the moon right now. So maybe this is a sign that the other altcoins will do the same very soon, because at the end of the day, Cardano is in a similar looking setup. So maybe this is a sign, but who knows? And like I said, we need to get above this high to confirm that the wave down is in. And you could say that this is some kind of ABC structure. It does look complete, but then again, we only got the 0.382 extension right here, so it's hard to say what will happen. There is a chance that we go to the 50% extension first before we actually continue to the upside, but we'll see what happens. Now, let me go on the 4 hour just to remind you what we're doing. So if we get this third wave right here, then we should get a fourth and then a fifth, and that will most likely put us in this region right here, let's say between $22 and about $20 or so. And once we get these 5 waves, then we'll be able to confirm that the main second wave move down is in, and that we are heading in a main third wave move to the upside, which will be the third wave of a very large third wave move to the upside, which is the yellow third wave right there, and that is the third wave of this 1-2 setup. And if this is the correct wave count, then the next third wave of the third wave will be the most bullish wave of the cycle, and it could put us at new all-time highs easily, to be honest. I mean, it could even bubble the all-time high only in the third wave. But my prediction remains the exact same. I mean, I think Chainlink will top somewhere in this region right here between $110 and $250, so that has not really changed. Now, I also want to look at the bull market support band today. As you can see, we got above it, which is good, and right now we are testing it, so maybe this is what we'll actually do. Maybe we will get to the 50% extension just to test the bull market support band. Maybe we'll even go to the 0.618 extension to do that. And if we actually manage to hold it, then we should get a third wave. Also, look at the 4-hour RSI. We went from being overbought to almost being oversold, so this is definitely a good sign. And if you look at the daily, it's pretty much the exact same thing. We were overbought, now we cooled off, and now it's starting to reverse. And actually the daily chart looks a lot better than the 4-hour chart, so you could say that maybe we have already bottomed, but like I said, I cannot confirm that yet. Now, I also want to look at Bitcoin dominance. As you can see, Bitcoin dominance keeps putting in new cycle highs. And honestly, I thought it topped already, but it does not seem like it has topped, so I think we will continue going up for the next couple of days, but at some point we will need a correction, because if you can remember what happened in the previous cycle, we got a correction in November, so we were going up in September and October, and then we had a correction in November. And also, why did we have this correction? Well, it's because we always get a correction in November on the Bitcoin dominance chart. It always happens. No matter if it's a bull market or a bear market, we always close a red wick in November, and I don't think this year will be any different, which means that at some point we will need to start going down to at least like 59% dominance in order for this wick to turn red and close red. Also, don't forget, Bitcoin dominance is currently overbought on the monthly chart, which has never happened before, so if we have not topped already, then we are very close to topping in my opinion. And don't forget, in the previous cycle we pretty much topped in the exact same time period, although here we actually topped in January of 2021, and if you want to look at it that way, I mean that's still like 2 months away, so I'm still expecting a crazy altcoin season in the next couple of months, and I still think that Bitcoin will get to 100k by the end of the year. That has not changed, and if you remember, if you watched my previous videos, you would know that I've been saying that for a very long time now. We were down here at 49k and I was saying, yeah, Bitcoin is still going to 100k by the end of the year, and what do you know, we got to about 93k already and it's not even December. So I think it's very likely that Bitcoin continues to go up to maybe even 150k by the end of the year, although I know that sounds a bit unrealistic right now, but hear me out. I mean, if this is actually a third wave of this 1-2 setup right here, then we could continue to overextend like crazy, and as you know, Bitcoin does not really care about any extensions. It usually goes above all of them, so this could happen again, and the third wave could overextend to like 150k or so, and then we get the fourth wave, and then the fifth wave puts us at like 250k by the end of the cycle. I think that's how it will play out, to be honest with you. This makes the most amount of sense. Now, if we continue to overextend in the third wave right here, then there is a chance that Bitcoin dominance continues to go up until the end of the year, and after we actually complete the third wave and the fifth wave of this third wave right here, then we get the fourth wave and the altcoins do not follow Bitcoin here and they actually start going up, and this is when the altcoin season starts. I mean, that's what happened in the previous cycle, if you can remember. Bitcoin went from about $3,800 to about $41,000, and during this time the altcoins were not doing anything. They were just underperforming against Bitcoin, and Bitcoin dominance was at cycle highs right here. And what do you know? When we went from $41,000 to about $28,000, the altcoins did not follow this move. They actually started going up, and that's when the altcoins started outperforming Bitcoin. And right now there's still no FOMO in the market, in my opinion. Well, at least not yet, until we get to about 100k. So if you can remember here, there was some FOMO in the market. I mean, Bitcoin was going to new all-time highs. Everyone on the news was talking about it, but right now nobody seems to care because Bitcoin is not at 100k. But once it gets to that level, I think that's when it will finally become mainstream again. And that's when the retail will finally come in and put their money into altcoins, and that's how Bitcoin dominance will start going down, and that's how we will get an altcoin season. Going back to the Chainlink chart, I actually want to look at the monthly RSI. As you can see, the RSI is still below the moving average, even though the price is at about $13, and I think this is actually a very good sign, because if we do go up to like $150 in this cycle, only then we will be overbought. Keep in mind, this is the monthly chart. If we want to go overbought on the monthly chart, the price has to go up a lot. And in order to do that again, like we did right here and right here, we would have to go to crazy numbers. And I don't think getting above the previous all-time high right here would actually be enough to get to the overbought territory on the monthly chart. And keep in mind, this is a main third wave, so if we do get to the overbought territory, I mean, here in this third wave of this 1-2 setup, we went to the overbought territory and then we cooled off and we did nothing for a couple of months, and then we went up again, and we went up from about $7 to about $50 in the fifth wave. So if we do the same, I mean, we could get to like, let's say $100 in the third wave right here, and that's when we get to the overbought territory on the monthly. Then we get a fourth wave move down, which will cool off the RSI, and then the fifth wave could put us at maybe $250 if things are bullish. So things are looking good. And keep in mind, the price does not have to respect these regions. I mean, these are only resistance levels, but if you can remember what I said in my previous few videos, there are some altcoins that just do not care about these extensions. If you look at Dogecoin, in both of its previous cycles, it did not care about any extensions. Here it went above the 4.618, and here it went way above the 4.618, so it could do the exact same thing again, and obviously Chainlink could do the exact same thing as well. So yeah, these resistance levels are good, but you have to keep in mind that the altcoin market does not always follow them, and it doesn't always react to them, so We'll see what happens. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our Discord server, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.